making our way down into the bomb shelter. You can hear the sirens blaring. I thought I would share some Divrei Torah. My children have been asking me, what will Purim look like this year? What will Purim be like this year? As sirens blare and we make our way down carefully into our bomb shelter here in Jerusalem. Their schools are all canceled. That means my kids' costume contests and Purim parties and carnivals won't be taking place this week. Will we even be able to listen to the Megillah without being interrupted by sirens? Will we be able to deliver Mishloach Manot to our friends and neighbors this year? Purim will definitely look very different this year. But this year, we aren't just commemorating the Purim story. We aren't just commemorating some miracle that took place 2,500 years ago. This year, we're living it. Purim literally means a lottery. It's a reference to the lot that the wicked Haman drew. The name of the holiday itself implies fate and chance, the roll of the dice, the luck of the draw. At first glance, the story of Purim, the book of Esther, appears to be a series of strange coincidences strung together. The carefully woven fabric of the narrative is written almost like a great piece of classical literature. You have your heroes and villains, high drama and suspense, climax and denouement. The plot thickens with all of its twists and turns. But behind this storybook drama lies something so profound. According to Rav Soloveitchik, one of the messages of the Purim story is that we are vulnerable. 1 minute everything's fine, the Jewish community is living comfortably, in safety and security, and then suddenly, without warning, the Jewish people across the Persian Empire are confronted with the threat of destruction, of annihilation, a final solution. Esther is one of the books of our Tanakh, of course, but Hashem's name is not even mentioned, not even once. And according to our tradition, he is hiding. The Talmud asks, where is there an allusion to Esther in the Torah? And cites a verse that speaks of Hester Panim, Hashem seemingly hiding his face amidst suffering. And yet, we have a tradition that in the book of Esther, the king, HaMelech, is an allusion to Hashem, the King of Kings. He's there all along. On Purim, we are challenged to find the king, to find Hashem in the narrative, to seek him out in the story. He appears to be hidden, but in reality, he's there all along. He's just pulling the strings behind the curtain. In fact, the name of the book itself, Megillat Esther, can be understood to mean revealing the hidden. We may not understand all of the twists and turns of the plot, but we know the author. It's not enough just to see Hashem in the Purim story alone. We are challenged to see Hashem in the story of our lives, to seek him out in our personal lives and our national life. All the ups and downs, the vicissitudes, the trials and tribulations. We're even challenged to see Hashem's hand in tragedy and suffering, and to see his hand in history as it unfolds before our very eyes. Purim is this topsy-turvy day when everything is upside down. It's a day when we recognize that we are indeed vulnerable, and that what appears to be within our control is only just an illusion. We put on masks to remind us that to truly see is to peel back the layers of perception. Some drink in excess to access a deeper reality, one beyond logic or reason. We recognize that salvation can come in places we least expect it, and that the plans and schemes of our enemies can be foiled just like that, just as quickly as they were hatched. Being human, we are limited in our ability to understand. Tragic events can seem senseless without rhyme or reason. World events can be confusing with the future uncertain. But on Purim, we recognize that Hashem's hand is guiding it all. The king is working behind the scenes, pulling the strings on the curtain of the stage that is world history and Jewish history and destiny. It's hard not to see Hashem's hand in the events of the last 2.5 years and in the events of the last 2 days. Just as the Jews in the great Persian Empire were threatened with complete annihilation, the Ayatollahs and Iran posed an existential threat to Israel and a threat to the entire world. And just like in the Purim story, almost overnight, there was a complete turnabout, a vinahafochu. We are witnessing today a miraculous salvation as Israel and the U.S. defeat the modern-day Hamans, the modern-day Amalek. We are living at a historic moment. This is not just a victory for the Jewish state. This is a victory for the entire free world. Our critics may not yet realize it, but the world is a safer place today without the threat of a nuclear Iran. Will Purim look a little different this year? Yes, but Purim will certainly be celebrated this year with more meaning, more intent, more purpose. And just like the Jews of the Purim story had light and gladness, happiness and honor, so will we, and so will the world. Wishing you a Purim Sameach from Jerusalem.